Hey guys, it's Jamila Blue again, coming from you for like the third part of this how-to video, somewhat result video, not really too much how-to because it's super messy. So I'm going to show you my results of dyeing my Afro Kinky bulb from Bobbi Boss with the acrylic ink. And I have to say, I'm satisfied. Here it is. Here's one braid. Here it goes from black to blue. I sprayed on the black, and then I sprayed on blue, and at the ends, it's kind of green with a little bit of blonde, because I kind of want it to have blonde at the end. So this is what it looks like. I'll put it up against my shirt so you can see the color. Really pretty. And I'll show you my workstation, because I haven't completely rinsed all of the hair. This is like the only hair I rinsed, and I'll tell you the process as well. Here's my workstation. If you can see that there, all this messiness from spraying, and there's my spray bottles, and there's a cute little stain in the corner. But yeah, all I pretty much did was lay down some trash bags that I ripped open in my room, or you can find anywhere, anything, and I laid one trash bag down and laid 3 trash bags down vertically, one on top of each other, and I put the hair on the trash bags, and I just spritzed with acrylic ink. I would recommend spritzing with acrylic the black ink last, the spritz with the darkest color last, because it can get covered up really easily by the brighter colors. So yeah, you don't do the dark color first. You want to do the lightest colors first. So first I had actually spritzed with the indigo blue, and on top of that I spritzed with the I sprayed on my teal green. And by the way, I used 3 bottles, full bottles, everything. I didn't have anything left over. And that's partially because I sprayed on 2 separate occasions. So the first time I did it, when the dye washed out, because I did this twice, the dye washed out. I only washed out only one little strip. I didn't wash out all the other. I just washed out one strip, and the color didn't take the way I wanted it to. The black was like brown, and the blue was like green, and I didn't like that. So I went back over the whole entire set there. I didn't wash all of it. I had the ink on there from previously on there. I just kept it on there. It was all dry. And I sprayed some new ink on there, some new sections on there. And it helps when you're spraying to cover up parts of the hair with trash bag. That's why I use a trash bag. I would just flip up the bottom of it and cover the part that I didn't want sprayed on. So like if I was spraying on black, I didn't want it to spray on top of all the blue, so I would simply cover it, take the bottom of the trash bag, flip it up, and cover that section and spray on the black. And yeah, that worked for me. And then I would actually go in with my gloves, because I use gloves because the process is super messy, yet I still have some black ink under my fingernails. I put on some gloves, and I would just kind of smush in the colors, just kind of rub them all together and make sure all the ink got saturated in there. And I would take the ink also to kind of brush the black down further to have a gradient effect, because if you don't, you're just going to have 3 straight solid sections, straight lines. So to not get that, just take your gloves after you're done with each section and kind of just pat down the color and drag it down across the strand to get a gradient effect, so it kind of mixes in really well. I wish I could show you guys all of this, but it's really messy, and I don't have a regular camera set up. I'm just using my webcam. I'm a trooper, I know. But there's other tutorials on YouTube on how to do this, and there's several different methods. There's spray bottle, and there's the dunking method where you can put the colors in a little Ziploc bag and swish it around. But I didn't want to do that because I was doing ombre, and I didn't know how I would be able to do that. It would get really messy. But next time, I think I'm going to try that just because I used up so much paint. I used up all the bottles of it, and I ran out a little bit at the end. That I want to try dunking it. It's just going to be a little bit of maneuverability, dunking those colors without having them run all onto each other. So it might be like a 3-day process just to wait till each color is done drying. This was like a 2-day process. It took a while for it to dry. It probably took that hair maybe 4 hours to dry. So it's dry now. So to dry completely, it took about 4 hours, and to rinse it off, I gently, because this is Afro kinky hair, it gets tangled, and I had to cut off quite a bit of pieces because they just get tangled. And FYI, install this in a wig before you dye it. It will make the process so much easier because the hair gets really tangled when you're spraying it. So I would just recommend making a wig, making the wig cap before you install this. And I also would suggest not installing dyed hair onto your hair with your crochet braids. Sometimes you don't have a choice, because if you want to try like twists or like Marley braids, then you'd have to put it directly on your hair. But this stuff does stain. It probably won't stain your hair, but if you don't want to have to worry about washing out chunks of different colors, especially if you have like blonde in your hair, then it probably will dye your hair. So yeah, that's why I wear a wig cap, and I made a wig out of it. Well, I'm going to make a wig out of it. But yeah, here's how the color turned out. It's really cute. You see it up against my skin. I'm probably wondering why I bought it like completely blonde. Is because I couldn't find an ombre hair color that was 1B that matched my hair color. I was able to find ombre Marley's hair. This is Afro Kinky Bulk, by the way. It's not Marley hair. It's not meant for twisting, so don't try to do that with this. I did buy Marley hair from the Janet Noor collection, which is supposed to be really good. It looks good, and it was in an ombre, but the darkest part of the ombre at the beginning is a number 2, and my hair is 1B, so I didn't want it to clash, and it was going to clash, so that's why I just decided to dye it black, dye the whole entire thing, and I'm like pleasantly surprised with it. The hair afterwards feels a little dry, like, because when I first got it, it was like super soft, so it feels like it lost some softness, but I think that might be due to, the dye not being washed out all the way, because I didn't want to wash it out too much, because I obviously didn't want it to fade completely, because this took a lot of effort to get to this color, this beautiful ombre. Just appreciate what I just did. I'm gonna get a notebook to kind of show you the color a little better. One moment. Here's a white piece of paper. Here's the ombre. If you can see that. And I'll also be posting pictures as well. It might look a little easier to see up against something black. So let me find something. Oh, I'll just use my top. This is the closest black thing I have, so you can kind of get an idea of how the color turned out when put up against my tank. So yeah, the 1B, as you can see, is an off black, so it's not like super dark. And here's the blue, and then the green, and it goes to blonde. So yeah, there's your inspiration, guys, to save a lot of money and be creative and try something different. And I'll post some pictures with the wig and how it turned out, and give you an update on like when it rains and how that will turn out. So yeah, if it's a rainy day, I'll probably not wear her out. This is definitely, I wouldn't recommend wearing this like every single day. This is my club hair, and it's very beautiful. Alright, see you guys later. Jamila Blue signing out.